And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, reporting from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Blazers coach Terry Stotts had previous head coaching stints in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but it was as an assistant coach in Dallas, where he helped win the 2011 title, that he rejuvenated his career. Stotts wasn't sure he'd get another coaching opportunity, but after that, he said the stars aligned. Kevin, he's now in year 8 as head coach in Portland.
The players love him. Thank you, David. There should be plenty of fireworks out in the backcourt tonight in this one. Of the guards you played alongside, who was the best combination passer scorer?
Oh, man, Ken, you put me on the hot seat. That's a tough one. I just got to give everybody
a lot
shout
of them,
out.
though, didn't you? Huh?
I know, man. I didn't know it was going to be a test today. I got to go with my boy Rod Strickland when I played with him at the Wizards. I think he's the best finisher ever, and he led the league in assists. My boy Jay Will, shout out to White Chocolate. I mean, he is one of the most creative players I've ever played with, but he can shoot it from deep. He was a guy that liked to shoot it from Curry Lamb, and he could pass it. And then lastly, I'd have to, of course, go with my man Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby could do it all. So I've been blessed to play and fortunate to play with some great scorers and combination passers in this league.
3 terrific names. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. They've got Pippen, Damian Lillard out there with Jay. Then there's Jay, and it's Joseph in at the 4 spot. And for the Mavericks, we've got Luka Doncic. Mr. Fundamentals is out there with Porzingis, and it's ABC, and it's Gonzalez in at the 2 spot. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, kept alive, and the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
Jay, the pass to Mitchell. Passes to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Trailblazers keep it alive. Second chance shot. And it's Mitchell missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Took him no time at all on that one.
And they can breathe a little easier on their 4th shot. They finally hit the target.
Gonzalez passes to Doncic. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock from past the arc. Gonzalez, that's good.
How about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Mitchell outside. Portland moving the ball around. Joseph. The shot will not fall. And it's Dallas the other way.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Here's Doncic. Drops one in from the wing.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Pippen, the pass to Mitchell. Oh, that's blocked. To the paint. It's deflected. Mr. Fundamentals, and it's denied. Outside Pippen. And then Pippen slams it in.
And Pippen there driving hard inside, has the height and athleticism to consistently get it done in the paint.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Here's Hardaway. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Mavericks leading by 5.
Last season, Kevin, the Blazers making the conference finals for the first time in almost 2 decades. We didn't think they'd make it out the first round after the injury to their center, Nurkic.
Now here's Anthony. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. And that one's good, Anthony.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Well, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area. That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
McCollum against Gonzalez. Shoots from the elbow. Again, the Trailblazers score.
He's such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about fouling.
Here's Curry. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Dallas shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so he hits both.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Tipped away. It's stolen by Curry. To the middle. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now McCollum from deep.
That's how you beat the clock. Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
Every once in a while, a prayer like that somehow finds the net.
We're at the end of 1 quarter of play. Still a close game. Mavericks lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. This has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. They've got Robinson. Hardaway is out there with Curry. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Gonzalez in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Count it. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you got to love.
Right. And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. Here's Smooth. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's the pass to the waiter. Takes the turnaround J. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Right. He take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Basket good.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in that offense.
Portland trailing here. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. So they take the lead. B's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I remember when you get in trouble for shooting the three as a big man. Now teams want their bigs operated outside the three-point line.
Now here's Curry. Not a lot of room. They double-team Curry. Here's Gonzalez on number 3 for Dallas.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
These days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Curry is inside. It's tipped. Throws it up high. That shot misses.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
This one for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
He didn't do a good enough job of it. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
And really for a good portion last season, Tim Hardaway acted as the main source of points for the Knicks. It ends up more of a volume score, a role that he's going to have to develop.
6 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off the shot. From deep three-point range. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Mr. Move checked in for the Mavericks. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Mavericks leading by 5. 1:19 left in the first half. Hardaway for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Hardaway's got 5. And for Hardaway, he was putting up points last season, but the percentages, Greg, were down across the board.
And I think what we found out about him is that he's probably not best suited to be your primary scorer. Very capable of getting buckets, but you don't want him putting up more than 15, 18 shots a game for you.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. 36 seconds left in the first half of the game. Basket short. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points. And here is Hardaway.
On deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Dallas, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Rick. What do you like about how your team is playing tonight?
Shot making was there. We're not turning it over. We're doing a pretty good job defensively, but a long way to go.
Rick, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as high as 7 points. They were in the driver's seat once we got into the second quarter. Their lead is now 8 here at the half, and they've got all the momentum on their side. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing early, they were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots, did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Portland.
Too much of their offense was perimeter-based. To be successful in this league, you have to score in the paint. Now, that doesn't mean you have to run your offense through the low post. But you gotta send guys to the basket off control, dribble drive, whatever, to create high percentage opportunities. You can win it.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Without question, Seth Curry displaying his skills today.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. Great job defensively so far.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Trailblazers trail by 8 on the floor for Portland. T out there with Mitchell. Then there's Jay. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Pippen in at the 3. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard, and the pick and roll comes and fights through that pick. And as a guard, offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs they just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of the rules. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
And Mitchell drops them both.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. Very smooth touch on the stroke.
Stolen by Pippen. Now, here's Mitchell. Guarded closely. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter. Passes it to Mr. Fundamentals. Here's ABC. Doncic outside. Shoots from 12. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
It's blocked. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the dunk by Doncic.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. Able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Outside, Joseph. Pass to Mitchell. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Joseph slams it home.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Doncic with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Offensive rebound.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the lift to be the first one, too.
Lillard misses. Mavericks leading by 4.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Damian living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
The Mavericks have on 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And he makes the first. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Seth Curry in for Doncic. The Trailblazers also changing it up. He's checked in for Mitchell. Anthony comes in for Scottie Pippen. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Jay. He's perfect from the line this time. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 6-point game. The 3 ball. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Here's Curry, and it's blocked. Back to Gonzalez. Nowitzki outside. Shot clock at 6. Tries again. 1:36 left in the third. Nowitzki against Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
When you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin. He's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
It's his first trip to the line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Chris, you were talking about the presence of Lillard. Very cool and always composed.
Oh, Kevin, I love Damian Lillard. I mean, he's from Oakland. He has that town toughness. He's got that dog in him. I mean, he speaks softly and carries a big stick.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Robinson's checked in for Mr. Fundamentals. Jay comes in for ABC. And Mr. Moves subbed in for Gonzalez. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Smooth checked in for the Trailblazers. Nowitzki bounce pass. Dallas, no good that time either.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space. He found the open space for mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Curry lays it up off the glass. Curry's got 9 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. The pass to B. It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Curry. The baseline jam. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from McCollum.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Here's Mr. Moves, and Anthony sends it back. Shoots. Mavericks with the rebound. Curry passes to Gonzalez. Taken away. Here's the break. Here's Slim. Hammering it in.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's Dallas. They lead by a bucket. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Nowitzki, Mr. Moves out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's MJ, and it's Marjanovic in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. Doncic is checked in for Gonzalez. Both good from the line that time. Trailblazers trail by 4 to the right side. Here's Nurkic. Here's Charles. Mavericks with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
So it's Portland now. After Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. Pass to Jay. With his first shot attempt. Here's Nurkic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
280 pounds. I mean, Nurkic, he's a handful to deal with at times. You got to foul him. Well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Yusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. And the Blazers were looking for that third star. Chris Nurkic was starting to look like he might fit the bill.
Well, Kevin, let's think about it. You could argue that he was one of the top 5 centers in the league last season. He just turned 25, so hopefully he's still on the upslope of his career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Mr. Fundamentals checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis is coming in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Gonzalez in for Mr. Moves.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now here's Porzingis. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another three for Dallas.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Lillard with it. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. ABC's checked in for the Mavericks. And Portland with a change here, too. Mitchell's checked in. Mitchell. Here's Lillard. Lets the 3 fly. They get it again. Goes up again. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket for Mitchell.
And that's why you never stop working in the paint. At either end of the floor.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Now here's Gonzalez. And it's blocked. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Now here's Gonzalez. Here's Doncic. Some solid defense from Lillard.
That's the kind of lead you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
It's good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 7. With the teardrop. Was shot off that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Outside Gonzalez. Here's Doncic. 4 on the clock. Outside Gonzalez. And the assist goes to Doncic. Gonzalez has got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavericks. Now timeout called by Portland. They're down by 10. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Seth Curry.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Outside Pippen, the 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Mr. Fundamentals. Justin Jackson comes in for G. And Mr. Moves subbed in for Luka Doncic. Here's Pippen. Now off the inbound. Here's Mitchell. A rebound by Marjanovic.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's McCollum. Fires from deep. That one misses. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's ABC. He's guarded by McCollum. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. KP, balanced offensive effort tonight. What did you like about how you played?
I think we played as a team. We shared the ball, and it was a team effort today. And everybody was involved. Everybody was playing good offensively, and that's why we were able to come up with a win.
Really looking good at both ends tonight, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.